How to motivate children to study. Knowledge was scattered treasure, but education organized it into art, commerce and science. It's because of education most of us are able to manage our lives without extreme struggle. No matter how much we blame our current education system, the truth is we wouldn't have as much knowledge as we have if we had missed our school and college. In current times, food, clothing, shelter and education are basic needs for human beings. Just attending school won't make you a well-learned man. You must study what's been taught at school to comprehend and register concepts in your mind. Do we need to motivate children for playing? No, they do it by themselves. Our job as parents is to make studying as fun as possible, so children would want to study. We are stating some of ideas below for children to develop continuous interest in study. Develop an environment of reading at home. Reading is an inevitable key to succeed in learning. Children who love reading, love learning. Those children who struggle with reading also struggle with learning. With good reading, children develop rich vocabulary, they process concepts and ideas quickly. Students who read well also develop ability to do better in other technical subjects like mathematics and science. Assist your child to love reading by filling his world with interesting reading like stories, science fiction, mystery books. Read to your child whenever possible, and when he reads, listen to his reading attentively. Work on concentration power of your child. Make your child understand the value of focusing when teacher is teaching at school. Tell them story of Arjuna the archer who saw only bird's eye when his teacher asked him what he saw on a tree. A child who is fully attentive at school need not put in extra efforts in studying at home. Use child psychological techniques. Let's assume your child need 1 hour to complete his homework. But your child is avoiding study to watch TV. You can give him choices like he can watch TV now and then study for 2 hours later, or he can study for 1 hour now and then watch TV. Your child will not only choose second option, but he will feel in control that he made the decision. Fulfilling child's need for attention and appreciation. To a child, his family is his world. Shouting and scolding children won't work to inspire your child's study. Listen to child's request for help in his study. Say good words when he solves the sum correctly or spells a difficult word correctly. Children will do his next homework willingly to earn these good words again from you. Don't compare your child with other children. Competition and comparison is unavoidable at school, but give a break to child from peer pressure at home. Appreciate your child's achievements no matter how small they are, and then guide them to improve and do better without comparing with their classmates. Set smaller targets and don't expect overnight great improvement from children. Give your child a happy family. A troubled family will have troubled children. Kids sense the family unrest through the argument and fights between parents, and it makes them feel unsecured. Their emotional state becomes too fragile to study. If your in-house atmosphere is filled with love and care for all family members, your children will have good focused interest in study. Focus on what he's learning, not his performance. In place of asking your child how he did on his test, ask him what he learned at school. While satisfactory performance is important, concentrating on his learning experience will communicate to your child that actual learning is more important than marks. Child should feel you're more concerned about him than you are about his performance. Recognize and celebrate achievements. No matter how small, it's good parenting to recognize and celebrate your child's achievements. Especially for elementary-age school children who need constant positive reinforcement to keep them motivated to study and do better. Do not celebrate their poor performance, but if his current performance is better than previous, then you should highlight that to kids through a gift or prize for a child. Like completing a school project deserves ice cream or pizza. Full stars on test deserves a prize of candy, etc. These small rewards are as important as an Olympic medal to a child. Teach with real-life examples. When a new piece of academic information enters your child's mind, it floats around and falls out of the brain, if not tied to another familiar piece of information or memory or experience which is more deeply rooted. For example, when your child study about animals first time, take them to a zoo to show real animals. Encourage them to ask questions. Never let a child feel embarrassed of asking questions because no question is a stupid question. At their stage in life, everything is new and overwhelming for them, therefore you need to politely and patiently satisfy their curiosity by answering questions. Equip your children with planning and organizational skills. As adults, we have planning and organizational skills that we've developed over the years. But we often take these skills for granted and ignore that our children don't yet have these skills. But if they know planning and organizational skills, their approach towards school and academics will be promising. Teach them skills like list making, keeping a thing at its place, punctuality, etc. Create a family culture where it's okay to make mistakes. We learn more from our setbacks than we do from our success. Thomas Edison made thousands of unsuccessful attempts at inventing the electric light bulb. Unfortunately, we live in a time where instant success is expected. Failure isn't acceptable. Parents correct their children's homework to improve their grades. They argue with teachers who suggest improvement areas for their children. When your children learned by correcting his mistakes, he gets a different kind of confidence and belief about himself, which makes him mentally stronger. Give your children a sense of control. If you want to motivate your children, they need to feel as if they can make decisions in their lives. Some parents all the time hover over their children. They micromanage every small detail of their children's routine. The result is that the children never develop a sense that they're responsible for their education and their lives. By giving them some freedom, they'll develop a sense of autonomy and responsibility. Use technology for learning. Technology is boon if used for right purpose. Introduce your children to e-learning or digital learning. Some of the complex academic concepts are visually taught in e-learning platforms with rich animations. This type of added learning can help your children immensely. Make use of educational games which make study a fun. No matter how noble it is to learn in classroom and from books, e-learning is going to be part of future. Better prepare our children and guide them right way to use e-learning to enhance their study capacity and gain knowledge. How to motivate children to study. Knowledge was scattered treasure, but education organized it into art, commerce, and science. It's because of education most of us are able to manage our lives without extreme struggle. No matter how much we blame our current education system,